Here I am, about to embark on another journey. I'm about to do brake pads on this 2014 Chevy Spark. And the thing about it is, this particular vehicle has regular brake pads for the front and brake shoes for the back. So hopefully I can get this all done within an hour or less. I got my little contraction because the sun is shining today. It's about 5 something on Saturday. Almost 5. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and jack this bad boy up. Right now the parking brake is on. And let me get this tire off here. The lug nuts. Alright, so I got the tire off, put it in there for extra support in case it falls, but it shouldn't because I've been doing this for so long. But I got my ratchet here, my wrench I mean, and this is a 14. So normally what I would do is get my lubricating spray, but I can't find it. I think I left it at the house from where I'm working, and I just kind of take my little mallet and I just kind of mallet it down. Alright, loosen that one. Do the same thing to the one on the bottom, one on the top. And I take it away. What I'm going to do is just pull this one all the way out. Keep this one loose right here so it can move around. You don't only have to come all the way off since I'm changing the whole caliper, so that should be loose now enough to just do by hand. Take it out. Put my little container, magnet container I have, so I know where everything goes. Keep it all together. So now it should be loose enough to lift up. So I want to make sure this stays in there so I can keep it on there. It'll help me with support. And I just kind of okay, I'm going to go ahead and take it off. Should be able to just raise up off there, but worst case scenario is just go ahead and take it off. Screwdriver. We'll just pry it off. What I'm doing now is since it won't come off easily, what's happening is the brake is compressed. So I'm going through this little section right here, and inside I'm pressing against that brake pad and the caliper, so that's compressing at the same time. So now I should be able to just fly right off. But I have a tool for this particular thing. Brakes off. Backside's not too bad, but you can see it's starting to wear. As I like to always compare the old with the new. So you can see the difference in the amount that's remaining. Whew. So, yep, it was time. That right there will also indicate when you have to always keep putting brake fluid in. If you already got to put brake fluid in your vehicle, then apparently your brakes are probably wearing down to the point where too much pressure still has to be applied. So, go ahead and use my little compressor clamp here, my caliper compressor, and I'm going to pretty much compress that caliper in. So as I tighten it up, it pushes down. Okay, so I went on ahead and did it. Took about 2 minutes without holding the camera, maybe less, 40 seconds to a minute. Let's just compress that down. But you do that to the other side as well when you take the brake off to loosen up that caliper. So next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some brake grease in here to help it to. I'm gonna clean off this here rotor with this brake cleaner. Clean that up with this. Then I'm gonna add some brake fluid, gel, some lubrication right here to the brake pads. And then reattach it back. Okay, so I applied that lubrication to the brake already. As you can see, it's kind of light, and I already did the other side. So now I'm about to put this one on, just pretty much in a groove. Just fire right back up on now. Tighten it up. Now, what needs to happen is, since I compressed the brake, there's going to be air probably still inside. So what happens, you shut the car on, or you have somebody inside push on the brake pad, on the brake pedal, and some brake fluid should come out of here. When the brake fluid come out of here, you stop it and close it up. That'll bleed. That's considered bleeding the brake line, so you don't have too much air inside when you start to apply pressure to it. That's basically what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up. Tighten those those bolts up, and that's all it is. Okay, here's the rear tire of it. But this one, it has brake shoes. As you can see, that thing in there is not a disc. I mean, it's not a rotors. It's a housing. So that has to come off. Some places have a tool that you can use, but I don't have that tool today, so I may just have to hammer it off. It's kind of noisy, but hopefully it don't disturb too many people, but that's what's up. So as you can see, got the tire off. I have to just unscrew that right there. Yeah, and it should be able to come off. And the rotors, this is a brake boot, and inside the boot you have these, which are considered shoes. Different type of compression for the brake pads. But in order to get this done, you have to disengage the brake, because the brake is pushing the shoes against the wall, like into the out parts of the boot here, which would cause it to be hard to take. So I'm using my mallet. As you can see, I already did some whacking on it and stuff to eliminate having to show all the extra work I got to put into it. But it takes some effort, so, you know, that's what's up. See the stuff in here? And it shows you that by now these pants, these shoes wore out. So all that dust in there, I have to clean that out as well. That's the deal. And it's supposed to be set in here like this, but what's going on. This here came out already. This was just sitting out, so apparently this was not in there properly. The components that's inside, the spring right here goes in the back, and this spring, this coil is right there, and it goes through here like this. Like that, and then you twist it and it closes so it don't come out. As you can see with this one right here. So that one went right here. You see how it's set up like that? I have to disengage all these pieces, dislodge them, and then put the other ones in the same exact way. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off right here. As you can see, I'm gonna hold in the back. I'm gonna push this down and kind of spin it so that it disengages that right there. So that's this one. I'm gonna pull it out from the back side, like so. Now you have 3 components: the spring, the little bolt, and the little bracket holder thing. So I'm gonna keep that all together along with the other one. And so looking at how this works, so you have to pull back this spring. Okay, see, so what's gonna happen is this is kind of a pretty strong spring, so it's hooked on there. Okay, I'm gonna take the bottom one off first. This is how one does is come off first. So I'm gonna use my screwdriver and get a active screwdriver like so. Get it up in there. See, it comes right out here, right in this little hole, and right there, because I got to go on the new one. So try to remember how that looks. So it goes in like this. Like that on the new one. So if you can keep it together and just assemble everything at once like that. The spring, all you gotta do is just basically just clamp it and it ungages. I'm gonna need pliers here. Like so. And grab your new stuff. Pretty much just reassemble everything the way it was. I'm gonna go ahead and reassemble it and then come back as I'm putting it back on, because it's hard trying to do it with one hand. Okay, so I got the new one up, but I'm gonna tell you this. I couldn't record me doing it because it took a lot of effort. But basically what you want to do is when you take it off, you want to get that bar that's in here, right there, and behind that spring. You want to get that set in first. Just look at how it's set up so you know, because it was tough. And how that gets set up in there. Small end on this side, on the front, long end on the back side. That right there in the groove. You want to put these in first, second. And I put this here, spring on third. Make sure that was even. Basically taking a flat tip screwdriver and taking it all the way to the end of this here, holding it down. This is the one that gave me the most difficulty of work. Is that bottom right there. What I did was take my smallest flat tip that I had, something like this, and I would take this in, put the screwdriver in right here, and kind of go this way until it pops in. Sort of like with this, I'll put the screwdriver in right here, take it on this side, and let the spring slide down the screwdriver to go right there. But yeah, sorry I couldn't show y'all how to do it, but it'll give me a lot of difficulty, but you should be able to figure it out. But it's just like I said, put this on first, 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. But this is going to be difficult because the spring does not stretch really good at all. It's really strong. And when you have these when you have these in here already, you're not really working with a lot of leeway. You could actually put this in after that, since it has a bigger, longer spring. But I did it backwards probably, so. But it'll get it done. And that's what's up. So that's how it's happening. That's how you put that. The shoes, take the shoe off, put the boots on. You take the boots off. Old shoes. Old shoes right here. Do it right there. Okay, you just take let me clean this out right here, the boot, and just put it back on. Secure it, make it even.